Good morning. How we doing? Happy Sunday morning, everyone. And if you're still in bed, you're lazy. That's what Mrs. Squirrel is, I think. But hey, it's Sunday morning. What are you going to do? It's 5 a.m. on a beach. You need a coffee. You've been up almost 3 hours, Scruff. I was struggling this morning. I did not want to get up this morning. Turned one alarm off, turned another alarm off, and then turned a third alarm off. And I only really got up because Mrs. Squirrel sort of got out of bed and walked in with some toast. I was like, So I sat there watching The Apprentice while eating some toast, is what I did. Ant-Man, thank you for double top, 40 months. Del Santo, thank you for 14, BenGT 68. Oh yeah, I'm sure we'll have unpleasant bus drivers. Actually, they're mostly okay. They're not too bad. Some of them are a bit unfriendly, but on the whole, they seem to be quite happy at the moment because they're being paid, look. They're all very happy to work here. In fact, the worst one is that one. By far the worst one. It's only a trainee as well. I wonder if we can just get rid of them. Get rid of Joel. Oh yeah, look. Do much better than that. Hey! Fortunately, he's in a bus now. Hey ho. Steve-O, thank you 50 months, and Nero, thank you 28. No firefighter. There hasn't been for years, mate. Like, literally years. I'm hoping I think we sorted all these out last night, so we should be good. Check out the replacement parts situation.
Celebratory bunting.
Do you get the casting joke now? About casting the smallest part of their body, the brain?
I do. I do indeed. Onamichi, thank you for the bits. Do you think, Onamichi, the right person got fired? Or do you think somebody else should have gone? What's the research here? Reduce repair times? Yep. Reduce fuel consumption? Yep. Love them. I'd like to get a paint shop, but the finances won't allow it right now. We really need to get rid of Chonga loan of doom, £170,000 loan. Like, that is a full-on mortgage, that is. You think the tall guy in Amici. Interesting you should say that. I think Karen's got it in for him.
Good morning, Paul and chat. I went to the Microsoft store some time ago. The guy asked if I needed something. I said no thanks, I'm just window shopping.
Don't worry, Chris. The typo never spoiled that amazing joke. He looked smug. He just kept banging on about the barometer. City of Westminster, the passenger volume is not what originally expected. Therefore, changes to the timetable are necessary. You see, it always does this on a Friday because it looks at Saturday's passenger numbers and goes, whoa, that sucks. We might have to think about you modifying. Like, I'm just going to leave it because come Sunday night, going into Monday, they'll be happy again. Maritime, anything should be made of brass. Well, they didn't know that, did they? The thing is, though, the person who got fired was, like, last week given a warning and told to be project manager and then completely screwed up this week. So, yeah. kind of inevitable, wasn't it, really? Like, proved herself twice that she couldn't do it. He basically said, like, you're terrible at logistics and managing people, so... kind of necessary requirements to be the apprentice, I think. People are complaining. High passenger volume. Quite a lot of complaints coming in about passenger volumes. That's a surprising volume of packs for a weekend. Yeah, but what amazes me about this scavenger hunt this time is the fact they did it in the UK. So you would think people would do really well at it. Like, when you're sent to a foreign country and start asking for really weird stuff, you kind of, even we're thinking, I don't know what that is. But most of the stuff on that list was pretty obvious. Although I did have to laugh at the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest on 45, and they were like, what does on 45 mean? Is that it, Chris? I really want to paint these buses. Makes me sad having all these second-hand buses. Yeah, exactly. Was that 23 though then? Blimey. These are running fairly empty. Make sure the buses are clean. $17,000 packs and we get another 22 points. 22 points will take us to 246, which will unlock. Not quite that. Mobile app development. We didn't do that last time. 25 grand though, that's a lot. We can get double deckers, but it's 20 grand. We need more money. I didn't try it yet on Amichino. Bus driver. Sorry if I was sometimes a bit unfriendly. Currently, I have to say, I'm really satisfied. Blimey. Blimey. That was the one we was going to fire, but we hired a replacement. An employee apologising? You what? Don't understand why they can't get together and just put in more buses or bigger buses. Money, mate. That's why. I really, really wish you could chip away at this loan. Like a lot of games, when you borrow money, you can chip away like 10, 20 grand when you've got it, and it'll reduce your outgoings. You can't do that with this. Although I suppose what we could do is... There's a 90 grand loan for 2% though. And a 1.6%. We can get 200 grand out of that. For a lower payment. And now we can chip away at that one when we're able to. So we can try and get rid of one of the loans by splitting it. And also we've got a lower interest now. That's some really competitive interest rates though. Yeah, you do get it egregious, but you also get things where they allow 10% to be paid back a year kind of thing. It'd be nice if it had that. Like, oh, you can pay back up to 10% of the loan once a week. Whoa, that has come back pretty filthy. Daily payments is also high, but duration is shorter. What do you mean? Right, so let's try it. We pause the game. Can we wash that? Refuel that? Clean that? Wash that? Wash and refuel that? It seems to work, interestingly. Refuel. Wash and refuel. Refuel. Let's see what happens. No free gas station. So it lets you select it, but then I think it's a complete waste of time. Yeah, so it doesn't work. It didn't queue anything. So, yeah, it doesn't work. Now you'll pay more per day if calculated correctly but for fewer days. Yeah, but I'm going to repay a loan soon. And I have a lower rate. So I think that's a win. Because the duration was less is what you're saying. Yeah. It's fine. We can chip away at that in a second. Also, we need to expand. We need to expand because if we're going to get any more buses, we don't really have anywhere to put them. And I kind of like to put another one of these there. So we kind of want to put the road that way, then put more bays along there. And then we free up that. Apparently there's an achievement in this game for planting 100 trees. City of Westminster regrets to inform you we have to abandon the City of Westminster. Line could not achieve the success we had hoped for. You see, that is utter nonsense, that is. They've got to the weekend, and on one day they've seen the passenger numbers drop, and the next day they drop, and the day after that it would be a roaring success again. So, yeah. We've just been wrecked. We just lost one of our major routes and major subsidies. Kind of needed that cash, you know? All right, City of Westminster, 200 grand a week. Let's take this one. 3,000 buildings connected, 599 points of interest, 8 bus stops. Buses every 15 minutes from 4 a.m. till 10 at night. Oh my God. I think we're going to need more buses just to get that one. That is pretty bad. I think we'd have to kill one of the other routes to get that. We can't afford to get a whole load more buses. Just not going to happen. Because to get more buses, we need to buy this and then expand and then buy buses, which is like 70 grand probably. Ouch. That couldn't have come at a worse time. If it had left that subsidy in place for another like 4 or 5 days, I think would have been fine. But yeah, it just came in at the worst possible moment. All right, let's see what the daily profit is at the moment. Yeah, so we basically lost this, didn't we? See if survived and avoided bankruptcy. I'm thinking, like, you should wait till Sunday before you take these contracts on. You know, these subsidized ones. Because I've got a feeling that they pretty much always go wrong at the end of the week. So you can get a week out of them if you take them on a Sunday. You get, like, the Monday to Friday, and then they pretty much fizzle out. We'll get 13 grand in a minute for this. You can see the money just coming down. Dear me. So we seem to have quite a few buses just lying around now. We have quite a few buses. I reckon we can probably get away with this. I think we should binge use 10. We'll wait till tomorrow, Sunday, and then we'll take that contract. We avoided bankruptcy, Baxi Boy, just, like, barely. It was touch and go. Might as well stick a different bus on there for now. Rather than having all the buses lying around. I hate this company. Wow. We just got a 13 grand bonus. And the next one is sell 8,900 tickets. And that gives, oh my God, look at that. 59 trophy points and a 35 grand bonus. That is nice. Reduce warranty, we'll have that. Expand the company premises, 30 grand. So 30k to expand. I don't think we need to yet. I don't think we need to do it just yet. Big praise to the mechanics of bin juice buses. They do a really good job. Like, I'm not being funny, but that is clearly the wife or husband of one of the mechanics. Sherry Rose. That's the wife of a mechanic. Oh, those mechanics, though, are brilliant. How many times have you got on a bus and thought, man, this bus is running really well. I think I'll just send them an email to tell them how well their mechanics are operating. It never happens. Unfortunately, the money's not enough for me to live on, so I can't stay at this hourly rate. Okay. How about 20 pence more? You thought the exact opposite when your bus broke down. That's the funny thing, Matty. You don't notice the how can I put this? You notice when things go wrong, but you don't notice when things don't go wrong, if you see what I mean. It's kind of weird. Like, you can take a train every single day and it'll work fine, and the one day that it doesn't work fine, you know, you're up in arms. Because you notice that. And that's why I'd hate to be a goalkeeper. Because the goalkeeper can save, and everybody's like, oh, well done, he's a good goalie. And the moment he lets a ball in, he's like, oh my God, get rid of him. Rubbish goalkeeper. Whereas if you're a striker, they don't notice when you don't score, they notice when you score. It's weird. They don't notice the negative. Clean that. Fuel that. 82 grand. Okay. I think we're just breaking even without that subsidy. I want to see what it's like at the end of the day. Do we need another? Oh my God. Stick another bus in there. High passenger volume. Dude, we're just late on buses. Come on. There's a bit of a queue here. I think we might need another service desk, you know. I think we genuinely need another person on the service desk. We seem to be getting a lot of complaints. Service center. Let's get another. Put one by that window, one by that window. I'm just going to move your desk. Make a one there. Not reachable. Doesn't like that. I really want to move these chairs, but I can't pick them up when somebody's sat in them. Let's hire some more staff. Hang on. Service employees. Super friendly. Super reliable. The language, it is Pingu though, Onamichi. Let me put some more seats down. It's going to be like a doctor's waiting room, this. So many people here. Yeah, you can play any city. Kind of want to get rid of those chairs now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cool. That's all right. There you go. We made a grand total of 6,000, but that was a weekend, so. Mind your Parkitect. I can't remember what they sound like in Parkitect. In Parkitect, they tend to walk around and do this kind of thing, don't they? 747 Pete, thank you for 53 months. Mandy, thank you for 16. 8,900 tickets. That's going to take a while. See, that loans is quite a lot. Actually, that's gone up. See, if we didn't have the loans, that'd be 10 grand. That's where we're at the moment. Complaints desk. I can pay off a loan now, yeah. A little bit too early, I think. That's nearly 10 grand. That's pretty good, actually. For a weekend, that's pretty good. See, I kind of feel like there's not enough seats here, but when I look at them, they never really use them anyway. They're just constantly walking around. Bus just came in, and I don't know which one it is. Right. On to Sunday. That is going to be a real pain to do. 45%. That's a lot. The thing is, we lost a big chunk when it cancelled the Westminster route, I think. Right, so for tomorrow, if we assign all the buses, we have a seat on a Ramses not allocated, a Lion and a 530 and another Ceto, another Ceto. We have a lot of buses not allocated. You said the money's gone back under now. That's why I didn't pay the loan off. Because you got like expenses before you get paid at the end of the day. But I think we should probably try this one. Yeah, I think it was on Amici. I think it was in the high 30s. Which is still requires quite a bit more, doesn't it? Because to run this service every 15 minutes for that length of time, and that's a lot of buses. And if it's like 2 buses as well per tour, I don't think we've got enough buses to take that on. Must be connected to the city of Westminster. So I think we've got to be here, and then we've got to go out over here. 8 stops, at least 100 meters. Blimey. So if we start here, would that count, do you think? How about St. James Park Station? There we go. Let's try that. Ooh, that took a lot. That was chunky. Do we go over the bridge? I think we go over the bridge, don't we? I need the high density buildings, that's the problem. Can't need to be up here. Ooh, that's quite a... I still need another 1,000 buildings. That is a heck of a lot. Let's get rid of that. Let's maybe go here instead. Is it at least 8 stops, or it has to be 8 stops? Because it's ticked it when it's on 9. So I'm taking that to be at least 8. Like, because if it had to be 8, it would have a cross on it, wouldn't it? Yeah, Hanstein, that is very true, my man. It needs to be a short route for 15 minutes, but blimey. How are we going to get that many buildings in 15 minutes? And also points of interest. There aren't points of interest around here. See, that's... Feels like this doesn't really give us what we need here. Maybe we're meant to stay around this area then. Yeah, I think that if we were trying to keep the maximum route to about 30 minutes would be ideal. Because that way we need 2 buses to run a 15-minute route. But you also need to allow time for spacing. So ideally you want a 25-minute tour, really. But just like, they're just not really... I think we should have come down here. There's a lot of stuff down here, isn't there? Let's take a slight detour. We go there instead. Yeah, the problem is just trying to get the density we're after. See, Westminster's rich in points of interest around here, but it really isn't when it comes to this bit. That's quite a long run through, though. So we still need 1,000 buildings. That was rubbish. Yeah, but Trafalgar Square is like up here. I've lost where it is now, but it's like there, I think, isn't it? No, that's the Strand. It's nowhere near Westminster. It's like, it's up here somewhere. There. There's Trafalgar Square. Maybe we don't come this way then. Maybe we go northbound. Maybe we come through... Start here, and then we'll go to St. James. And then we'll go that way. So that's near the House of Parliament. Horse Guard Parade. That's got loads of points of interest. That must be a one-way road. Trocadero. I've not been there for years. Right, so on that basis, with 8 stops, we've got almost all of it. We're just missing some buildings. So what if we go a little bit further along? Oh, there's 7 dials. Remember I mentioned that yesterday. There's 7 dials. I think we should be able to make our way back now. No, that's horrendous. That's horrendous. Don't think buses can come down this bit. It's mostly pedestrianised, I think. Hey, Wallen. That's 12 stops. That's pretty... Maybe that one Tottenham Court Road station's just too much. Just let it drive back the same way so it's not a loop. Thing is, to do that, we'd need to be on like 4 or 5 stops, wouldn't we? So we'd have 1, 2... Like that's 7, so that'd double up to like 14. And this is where the density really is, isn't it? So even going back from there would be 12. We're still 700 short on buildings now. If you go the same back, yeah, that's very true actually, Zuna. You would, if you go back the same way, you don't get the extra building coverage. That's very true. Don't really want to go this way, though, because Ugh. Why would you double back? Why can't you just go that way? It's another 400 buildings. Oh, that's not good. This is not easy. There you go. Do the bus stops need to cover the buildings? It's a bit unclear how it works, but I assume when you put a stop down, a certain radius, it looks at how many buildings are there. But it's a bit unclear. See, that's 12 stops to get that. It's 11. Possibly don't need to stop here. It reduces the stop count. Savoy Street. If you get rid of that. If you get rid of that, it brings us just under. It also makes some weird zigzagging. What if we get rid of Covent R and instead... I don't like that, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Apart from add another stop. Victoria Station is what we're going back to. Well, that hits the parameters for 11 stops. Westminster Tour number 2. That's a 43-minute... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 5 buses required. 5 buses required. Six buses required. But that's the realistic spacing. That's some serious spikeage. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think we need more buses, don't we? We need some big buses. Let's see what it thinks about... Hang on, was it trying to do that today? Does that begin immediately? RIP. Okay, what does tomorrow look like? Okay, so we have enough buses to do it, but whether they are big enough buses remains to be seen. I very much doubt it, but hey, we'll get a week's worth of money out of them. They're going to complain massively about capacity, though, because the buses are going to be hugely overcrowded. Most of these are 38s, and that route is way more than that. But what can you do? When's the next route unlocked? 300. So we need to get 300 trophies. What do we have? 246. We get 59 for that. We should have another one come along just in time then. Yeah, I think we'll get maybe 4 or 5 days out of them, and then they'll sack it off. Service employee wants to inform you have received an offer from another company with better pay. If the salary is not increased, I will unfortunately have to accept the offer. Hang on, Sybil. Let's have a look at Sybil. Now, Sybil is our novice. She just started here. We need more lockers. Okay, we can soon sort that out. $15.80 to hire... $15.10 to hire a new good one. What's she paid? $13.70. Right, we'll give you $13.90. Right, bus driver. Don't you think I've improved a lot lately? Yes. Whilst driving our buses and being paid to do so, you have gained skill. Well done. I would feel it'd be good recognition if I go, well, because you can drive a bus, which is what we trained you to do, and you want us to pay you more money for doing the thing we hired you to do and trained you to do. Yeah, okay. I see how this works. Entitled much. There you go. Does he drive it better than he used to? Open top buses. Maybe. So we could spend 30 grand expanding the premises to buy more buses. That we might have to do that at some point. Or 20 grand to unlock double deckers that we can't afford. Tough choice. Kind of want to pay that back and then grow enough money to expand and get some more buses. That's the ideal scenario. Given that we've created a new route, I would have thought that would go up quite a bit. Yeah, there's no point getting double-decker buses and going bankrupt, though, Andy. Got to keep one eye on the business, you know? Otherwise, we'll end up like one of the apprentices on Lord Sugar's program. I was going to give that a wash, but it went straight back out again. Actually, we'll leave it. We'll fix the router later. We've got 2 in stock, that's fine. Just on the second-hand market today. 20 grand for Ramsey's, that's not bad. Nowhere to put it. We kind of need lions, though. That's the problem. For the capacities we have. What's the capacity on the double-decker? Can anybody remember? $107. And how does the price compare to the a new Ramses is what? How much is a new Ramses? Not Ramses, a Lion. Lion's 50 grand new. How much was a double decker then? Probably more. Probably 60, isn't it? Johnny Felix. You save on wages of 2 buses. What do you mean? Not sure what you mean. Is there something big in the Lion? In terms of what we can buy, the 530 is very similar to the Lion. So 50 grand, 51 grand. Like, there's not a lot between them. Okay. Went for it. Repaid a loan early. Bus driver. Recently, it's unfortunately happened more often than I had to work overtime, but appreciate it for the, so basically, they want to hire more staff. That's what you're saying. Build an additional office. Or make the one bigger. You've got plenty of space to make it bigger. Only got 6 grand to do it, though. There you go. Now we can hire more staff. Not friendly enough. One bus has 1 driver. Can one bus replace 2 buses? Not really. No. Like, first of all, selling buses in this game is very difficult. You don't get good money back. At least not when you're playing on a difficult level, anyway. And secondly, if if your route needs a number of buses, you need the numbers. Like, you can't replace it with just one bus. It's not, you haven't got the frequency. How do you solve the issue when you extend the map and want to extend the existing route without rebuilding it? You can edit a route and then just add stops. So basically, how can I put this? If I had a route that was, say, running around here, and then I bought this bit of the map, I could say go to this stop, edit, and add a couple more stops over here and carry on. You just edit the route. You just, like, pick the route you want and click on edit. And then when you edit it, you pick on the stop. And if you want to stop somewhere before the next one, you click on this one, add the new stop, and it will insert it between here and here. The buses are very well maintained, which is also good for the environment of our city. I agree, Tracy. You are so right. Munch, thank you for subbing with Prime. Which is the bus that needed a fixed? That was the one. Okay, we made 9 grand, which is not amazing considering we made 10 the day before and we paid off a loan. Oh, hey ho, it's Monday.
Skly, sorry for being late to the party, just got into the house. We making profit yet?
I just paid off
Scrove.
paid off a loan, Armin. The buses make a very safe impression and seem to be very well maintained. Yeah, we just paid off one loan. We're just down to a 110 loan now. And one of the Westminster route subsidy got cancelled because it got to the weekend and they decided they didn't have enough passengers. So instead, we've taken another Westminster route, which has way more passengers than we can possibly deal with. So they're going to cancel for different reasons. Because the peak time spikes are insane, quite frankly. But we'll see how we get on. It's taken a long time to sell 8,900 tickets, but I think it's Monday, so hopefully things will do better. But let's see what happens. I expect this one to get full very shortly. Yeah, you cancel your client routes today. They were a mess. Club Villain, how you doing? Some of these stops have a very low rating, don't they? "11 pages of bus stops. Flipping heck. 20 people waiting. This is a lot of 400 going out here. That's already been upgraded. Oh my life. 47 people waiting. Ouch. Piccadilly Circus. Why have we got 2 Piccadilly Circus? St. Paul's Cathedral, 40 people waiting again. Okay, well, we spent a fair bit of money there, but frankly, I don't think that's even touching the sides. Look. Have we got another bus we can add? See, I don't know which of these buses has been reserved for something else. Is what good or bad? Each upgrade doubles the cost of the maintenance at each stop as well. What can I do on them each year? If I've got 40 people waiting at a bus stop, I need to upgrade it. Otherwise, they will come to the service desk and just rampantly complain. Yeah, 40 people waiting is not good, Dusty, because, you know, what it means is you're not providing enough or big enough buses to move them. So you ultimately get complaints. It's also lost revenue, isn't it? Like 40 people is not 40 paying people. You want to be able to carry them because they pay money. That loan amount's come down nicely. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I wonder if the little noises that the see, look at there's nobody here now. It's amazing. Nobody here complaining. I wonder if the little noises they make is available as a WAV file somewhere. Because I kind of like some of those sounds as sound bites. Yeah, kind of cute. Is everyone on lunch or something? I put 4 service desks in here, 3 people, and like nobody's here complaining now. Oh yeah, look, between 12 and 2. Lunch, 2-hour lunch? What's this? 2-hour lunch break? Just like have your sandwich at your desk and get on with it? What is that? You want a full siesta? I don't mind them having lunches, but that's crazy. We need to get rid of this. Surely the Sprinter is entirely inappropriate these days in terms of carrying capacity in central London. Oh, something bad with this one. Has a flat tyre. Oh dear. Oh, here they are. They're all back. There's a lot of women with pink hair, I noticed. Are they all Twitch streamers? Maybe this is their real job. Plays about the state of the bus stops. Did you hear that? I think it's mad the way that we have to look after the bus stops, though. Surely that's the city council's problem. This is indicative of the fact that we need bigger buses. We need higher capacity. City of Westminster. It's a pity that Westminster Tour 2 has hardly been used so far. We hope we have not... Oh, they're complaining already? Like, I don't understand this. The amount of passengers that want to use it are insane. Is it just because we're not able to move them? My family is complaining more and more that I just work all day. It would be good if I didn't have to work more in the future. Look, this crybaby again. There's so much to do at the moment. I would really support from another employee. Dear me.
Have you fired me yet? SquirrelPlus, I actually have a 2 hours lunch break, also cheese.
Wow. What a slacker, Armin. I don't think this Westminster 2 route's going to run for very long. But the utilization is really low, bizarrely. All my other routes are killing it. That's a real shame because that is a big subsidy. I think the game feels like we're earning too much money. Yeah, most of the buses are in fact running on time. They're just not picking the numbers up. Do you think it's because we're sending them through this part of the city where the other route's running, so they're kind of fighting for passengers with the other routes, maybe? I don't know. I wish it gave you more information. Oh well, we'll just take the money that's obviously going to be just for a couple of days. We'll take the bonus cash. We've got some profitable routes, according to this. I really wish it would remove these. 100 grand. 100 grand we were getting for that. 60 grand for this. Yeah, they're all on time, look. Bigger capacity buses needed. I would say that the King K1 can be used better in the meantime. I can get a seat more often. That's some weird English. City of Westminster inactive. That's the one that got cancelled, isn't it? Okay, good to go. We're on the schedule for tomorrow. I don't even know this topic, but I'm really short of money. Would it be possible for me to earn a little bit more in future? Absolutely. You're doing a great job. There you go. Don't delete the routes that have been cancelled. I think deleting them lessens your network coverage. Okay, well, I have deleted them, and this is still on 31%. Because I kind of think that it only calculates it based on buses that are running, though, on Amici, but we'll find out.